We're up here in Sylmar, California at the disc golf here at the Veterans Memorial Park. Sylmar is still in LA. We're at the far northern part of LA County, and it's one of those courses that if you live local to LA or Orange County, you probably don't get up here enough, and you may not have ever even played here because you think traffic. And yeah, if you come at the wrong time of day, coming from South LA County and even North Orange County, getting way up here is brutal. But the pro move is to come early. Just come early on a weekend. Traffic is wide open, the highways are moving, it's totally fine. And it's October now, anytime, you know, October onward, it's not that hot here. In the summertime, it can get really brutal. It's really exposed up here in this part of the valley. But today, man, we're like mid 60s, early October, it's fantastic. We just shot the first hole, and you'll notice some of the tee signs, the metal around each of the tee signs are different colors sometimes. And so on hole number 1, the tee sign was red, and we're shooting for the red basket. So when you're standing on the tee pad on hole number 1, you're aiming to the left near that sidewalk where the red basket is. It's a great little warm-up shot. The move is something with a touch of understability if you're a right-hand backhand, but something that won't turn over on you. Just get a nice straight tunnel shot with a little gentle turn. You'll be living the dream like our boy Derek did. He threw a beautiful shot, just laced it up the gut. It was really nice. Now we're on hole number 2. This is an interesting one. It's maybe what, 200 feet? Maybe? But there's a lot of weird trees on all the lines that you would want to take, forehand, backhand, right hand, left hand. So the guys here are giving it a lot of thought before they start reaching for disc because it's a little bit deceptive. You're thinking, I got to get a must-get birdie, but it's not necessarily a gimme. Let's go check. All right, Marking, what's the move here on hole number 2? What are you thinking, dude?
I think I'm just gonna do a easy hyzer shot on the right side and see what happens.
What are you throwing?
MU Tom.
Mute.
Like that.
What are you gonna go with?
Gator, forehand, up the middle.
He's gonna gator done, son. All right, Eric, what's the move on hole number 2?
The move is to try and give a baby hyzer around the trees. I mean, you could always take the super wide line, but I'm gonna try to hit that gap between the 2 trees right there.
So now we're going for hole 3. Now we're gonna be going up here towards the street. The basket we just putted on was right here in this little clump, so we walk back towards the street here. Remember what I was saying about the tee sign color? We're on hole number 3 and the tee sign is blue. And the basket is, if the tee pad is 12 o'clock, the basket is at a gentle 11 o'clock with a big orange cone on the top, and it's a blue basket. But you can't see the blue basket from the tee pad. You can see the orange cone though. So it's just a gentle right hand, backhand fade, putter shot all day, or if you got a good skipper, throw the skipper. We're gonna check in with Eric and follow him on this hole.
But he's up, you know, in a really challenging situation here. We're gonna just try to get it, the disc to die maybe right before it goes downhill, so we can get a little bit of skip action towards the hole. Things can get really messy down beyond there.
It's amazing if you just throw the disc right, what it'll do.
What was that, Derek? You being all fancy?
Hammer time.
From this angle, it's just a straight shot. Really, I'm looking up at the tee pad. The guys are up there on the other side of the sidewalk, and the basket's right here. It's straight, but don't be fooled. There's out of bound lines on either side. So you better throw something that'll skip back in bounds or just lie flat and land soft and straight, because otherwise, man, you could be flirting with OB with every throw in this hole. I think these guys are exchanging cooking recipes or reading each other's horoscopes, because there's just a lot of chatter, not a lot of throwing. I don't know what's going on. I think Derek just threw that within 6 feet of the pin. That is a park job. It was a straight shot the whole way down. That was a great throw. I'm really curious to know what he threw and how he threw it. Okay, next up we've got marking.
I threw a Luster MD. It's a 4-speed mid-range, straight to understable, and didn't think it was going to get there. Thought I needed something like an Origin, but no, threw it perfect.
We are on hole number 6, and we're going to follow Derek on this hole and see what he's got to say about it and see how his shots land. Looks like there's some trees. Looks like there's going to be some decisions to be made off the tee pad. Let's check in with him.
Backhand Anheuser with an understable disc. Just a big curl shot. It's a little short for an Essence, but that's what's going to entertain the fans, so that's what I'm going to throw.
So the previous couple holes, and definitely this hole, exposes this giant slant that this course is on. You don't feel it on every hole. It's not blatant like Chavez over by Dodger Stadium, but this is one where it's slightly uphill. And you got to hit that Anheuser line. A couple of the guys went the Heiser line, but I think the play is you got to keep it low enough to avoid the trees, but high enough to get enough air to go up that incline. Guys had pretty good shots. Got the police helicopter out. I guess the word's getting out about this hot round. Bordering on illegal, especially with that tilt up shot. But hey, you know what? Crazy things happen here at Sylmar, so buckle up.
You know how many times he rehearsed that? He took about 5 minutes by the bathroom and just went over his line.
All right, helicopter, take 7. There's a helicopter up here. Hole 7, what's the play?
Yeah, this is one of the hardest holes on the course. I'm happy right now because you don't have to go over the pond where so many discs go OB. It's a little bit to the left. You have a really tight gap to hit off the tee. Obviously, you're worried about OB right. You want to avoid hitting the bathroom on the left. It's honestly very much a poke and pray hole, so it's going to demand your best shot.
You know, Eric makes a good point. I mean, you can see the OB line literally right off the corner of the tee pad. And you're shooting for that red basket up there, and it's deep. And it's uphill. And
Evolution.
Every time, gotta go Essence, Max Glide.
Archon.
Royal Range 2.
Yeah, you've been lacing that.
What we just observed there, folks, is a series of bad decisions. You notice there was no MVP or Axiom in the lineup there, and that probably means we're gonna have some missed Mandos, OBs, lost discs, maybe even some tears. But let's go check it out. Let's see what happens. Sounds like a lot of early pre-throw excuses, but we'll see how Eric does. Okay, so what we saw in this hole was a series of bad decisions. People just picking the wrong plastic for the job, and I can't blame them. They just don't know. Sometimes when people have blind spots in their game, you can't blame them for it, but the results speak for themselves. Now, if it were me, probably would have thrown maybe like an impulse, or maybe even like a virus or a vanish on a steep hyzer flip, a little bit nose up. Probably would have been parked, but you know what? That's just me. So that's a basket for hole number 8. We shot uphill. Notice the sidewalk. That red basket's hole number 1. So you kind of made a big loop. We're back by the parking lot a little bit. But now to get to hole number 9, we're gonna walk down towards a picnic table, and we're not gonna use tee pad 11, we're gonna use hole number 9, which is to the left, and it shoots back towards the parking lot, towards the cars. So if you just wanna play a quick front 9, you can get in and get out, be super stoked.
Yeah, that's the next hole.
And oh, by the way, hole number 9 is an island green. And when we say island green, it's more like an atoll or like a speck of rock in the ocean, because it is tiny and it's sharing, the basket is sharing a spot with a tree. So with hole 10 here, if you're right-hand backhand, you want something really stable that can get down. You can work the elevation a little bit because it starts to slope down towards the red basket. And a couple of these guys did that. If you want to get... All right, Jeff, where are we going? We're on hole number 11. You got the luxurious deluxe view from the bench here.
I do.
So let's just give the fans a little view of what you're looking at.
Yes, sad Jets fan. Jets.
So what's the play, man? What are you going to be throwing off of this tee pad?
No. Probably a sidewinder. We'll see though. It's windy. I'm not sure.
That's a good choice, because Marking is probably going to be throwing out his hip. So at least you're throwing a sidewinder or a disc of some sort. So that's good.
Now you gotta take the
Derek threw a second shot of a putter and literally parked it. He's well inside the circle, right at the base of the pyramid. So if the wind's not doing too many crazy things and you've got a really good putter shot off the tee pad, I mean, come on, you may want to give it a shot, but I think you got to be really clean with your putter shots off the tee pad. And I tell you what, his landed so soft and ran out of steam right at the very end. I mean, come on. How many shots was that, dude? So right now we're on hole 14. The guys are about to tee off out here, wide open fairway, but off the tee pad, it's a tunnel shot, bunch of trees. So you got to be real clean and real easy with it, or else you'll get kicked out over the fence into the neighborhood or way out over here. That was Eric's shot. He got a little bit lucky. He turned it over, but a rock kicked him back into the fairway. That was Derek's shot. That was a great shot. It looked like a putter from the tee pad. It looked like a putter the way it was flying. Just nice, gentle nose up, a little bit of turn. He's pin high, maybe like 10 feet out. Great shot. Marking did the right hand forehand. It was a great idea, great line. Wind pushed it down and caught some rocks and just bummer. But he's clear. He's got a great upshot though. Yeah, Jeff off the tee pad got one of those nasty tree kicks I was talking about. If you can just get through that initial tunnel, you're in good shape. Easy par up and down. And if you have a really good shot like Derek's did over here, you essentially got an easy birdie look. It's a great shot. So Marking, Jeff, and Eric had some unfortunate breaks off the tee pad, but all three of them, great upshots. Check this out. All of them came in super accurate, nice and gentle. They're happy with that. Nice par saves. Let's see if Derek makes this birdie putt. All right, hole 15. A lot of chatter on the tee box about this one being super deep, and I'm scared, and I don't know if I have enough arm, and I probably don't have enough disc in my bag, but I got faith in these guys. You know, there's a lot of fear today, but maybe they just didn't have enough breakfast, but let's see how it goes. We've got a left to right wind. So hole 16, we're pretty much at the corner of the disc golf course here. You'll see the fence behind us, or when you get here, you'll see the fence. And that's actually the street right there that you drive to get into the park. This is an uphill shot. It's just a gradual uphill. And it's tough, you know, like, cause you don't want to go too nose up, but you got to keep it nice and straight. If you go wide, you cut off a lot of your distance. But It's a cool shot. You know, the idea is that you want to get over that log if you can. If you can get over that log, you're stoked. You got a birdie look. If not, no big deal, but one thing I forgot on hole 16, yeah, you get past the log, you're stoked, but there's sidewalk, OB, so be careful. So the hole for 17's up here, all the guys are walking up there. When they're done, they're gonna walk back down the hill towards the street, towards the chain link fence to 18 tee pad. It's a good shot by Derek. He narrowly missed that tree in the middle of the fairway. He got up here. He probably has a nice little pig forehand approach shot to a sticky green, nice thick grass, so pretty nice. See, marking's up next. Great shot by marking, just right up the gut the whole way. Just use that fairway, maximize the size of it, and he's up here. He'll probably also have a nice little forehand upshot. Good news is both of those guys have really good forehand upshots, so let's see what they do. Unfortunately, Eric went real wide and ended up in the street. He's out there on the asphalt. That's a bummer. I thought it was going to fade back in, to be honest. I don't know if that was an understable disc or not, but I would have assumed it would have faded back in here nice, but it's a tough break. Tailwind got a hold of that piggy. A little barnyard up there, but he'll size a putt.